Hi everyone, my name is Zach Rohr. I'm HIV positive, and today, I don't know why I'm so, puns, but I'm not so positive today. And I should be, because I just got off the phone with someone who's really special and close to me, and, today's August 1st, 2015. I think this is the 8th video. I think I'm dealing with the stigma of this. I think I'm dealing with the fact that I can't run away from this. And that hurts. That one gets me a little. And it's not like, I've gotten any worse news right now. My levels are good from what my doctor said, and she told me, look, if I even had, any reason to believe you should be on medication or you should be in care, it would be happening. I'm at home. I'm able to eat my own meals. I'm able to watch my own TV. A lot of people don't get that, so I do have a lot to be grateful for. The 80s and the 90s really scared the crap out of everyone. And we grew up with the parents and people of the generation that just were taken by surprise of this. So, you grew up with this, thing, kids and, through high school, you joked about things like, herpes, you joked about things like gonorrhea, you didn't, outside of Family Guy and a barbershop quartet, you didn't necessarily joke about this. You knew that this is kind of like the buck stopped here, like this was the one that, you just, you have to really take seriously, and you do. You really, really do. Please don't delay getting tested. Don't delay getting treatment once you find out, if you are. But I think the one thing that I'm having a hard time dealing with is accepting that I'm still me, and that I'm okay, and that I'm, especially with the care I'm getting, I'm going to be okay, and I can, in time, go on and live a good, healthy, long life. And I think right now, as I just wait for the medication and everything, they say that I have to take this thing, I might be mispronouncing it, but it's called a genome test. And essentially what it does is that, and I think I've explained this in a previous video, but for the sake of what I'm talking about right now, what it does is just, it picks out specifically what virus you have. I guess that from what I understand, there are different versions of the HIV virus. And, the reason why the medicine is so advanced today is because we are able to target medication that we know works with certain strains of the virus. And that's why you hear of people who get on the medication and then live out their lives. People have told me that, I have the same expectancy of someone without, HIV, and it's with the medication, and it's reassuring. But it's August 1st, Monday the 3rd, if I'm able to, and I don't even know yet. We're still waiting on confirmation from my insurance that I'm even on the plan, and that the test is even going to be accepted for it. And then on top of that, we have to think about how much, is the medicine going to cost. I consider myself to be in the best of care and the best of scenarios right now. I think about the people who don't even have that. What about the people who don't have this kind of care? God, it must be much scarier. I think just what's frustrating me is the fact that it takes this long. That if it's this scary, you would think that for whatever reason we'd figure out a way to not only do this in a cost-effective measure, but in a time where it doesn't feel like, it's a year away. I guess, compared to someone in the 80s, I'm complaining and crying about nothing. But it still gets me, and I'm sure it gets a lot of other people who just want to have the results now, so that way they can have the medication now, and that way they can, be on their way to good health from here on out. And it's just, I think overall, it's just accepting that for the foreseeable future, I have this. I mean, I'll be honest. I'll be blatantly honest. I really believe there's a cure out there. I don't know where, I don't know how, whether it's undiscovered or we're close to discovering it. But I think it frustrates me that this is one of those things that it's been around since the 80s, and we still don't know how to cure it. You know, we saw, I just read on the news the other day that, you know, we have an Ebola vaccine with 100%, you know, successful rate. You know, they figured that out, you know, I think, what was it, 3 years' time? 4 years' time? I know it's a different virus, it's a different thing, it's a whole different, you know, for whatever reason, it's a whole different list of scientific computations and discoveries, but goddamn, if we can do that, why are we dragging, you know, our feet on this? Or are we? Is there someone right now who is tirelessly sitting in a lab coat going, why can't we get this? Because that's what I'm doing, and I'm not in a lab coat. Why aren't we? And maybe this is something that I didn't connect with. Maybe this is something that without this, I wouldn't get this, but I guess because it's my life, I genuinely care. And I should have cared all along. Maybe I should have taken this more seriously. Maybe I should have dedicated my voice to this before this happened. I think it shows that how quickly society can become disconnected because we're able to brush it off. Oh, it's in the news every once in a while, but we got people on it. Take care of it. As long as I'm not affected, they can take another 30 years. Well, I don't want them to take another 30 years. I don't want them to take another 15 years. I hope we can figure this out in 5 years. 10? You know, I think I just keep coming back to the avenue of it's not going away, and I have to accept it. And that avenue, has been a hard one to cross. But I'm going to have to cross it, and anyone else struggling with this has had to cross that. Those who are in my same position are going to have to do the same thing. I guess I'm just stubborn as a mule. I want a cure, and I'm sure there are millions of other people who want a cure. Whoever's watching this, if you have any chance of power, or you are in power, or you know of these things, or you know how to push this envelope, you know, I'm willing to be a spokesperson, or at least talk about this. I'm talking about it right now. I don't want to sign any deals with the devil, but I'm very serious about finding this cure, and in the meantime, better medicine. This is just one of my tougher days. I'm surprised I'm not crying, because leading up to this video, I definitely was on the verge of tears. I just don't know how to get it across to people. I don't know how to convey this to you guys. How much this has changed everything, but on the surface it's changed nothing. Between the accepting of the stigma, worrying right now what I can and can't do without the medication, I mean, I feel like Bubble Boy sometimes, and I know everyone's reassured me I don't have to do that, but it crosses my mind. You know, I have time, but how much time? I'm in good health, but how long can I stretch that? I guess in this time, as I feel the way I do right now, is the best thing I can say is, you know, nurture yourself, stay strong, even when you have moments like this. Reach out to those you care about and who care about you. Does that sound like Jew? Who care about you. Pronunciation of words. been saying this every day. My brain is scrambled right now. But I want to keep carrying on. I really do. Stay strong, everyone.